EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one. So they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Tua. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at the 18. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 11. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Henry running right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The Falcons had 13-2 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing again on second down.
Tua. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
We're scoreless after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 50-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a 1st. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tua going to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll give Henry another shot. And the ball is knocked out. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, and to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here's Pierre Strong to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd and 9 now. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he'll be out right at the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 101 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Henry. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The kick by Lutz is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw here.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On 2nd down, Kamara. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Now back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From the end zone, it's Strong. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it. Game.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them. and stopped it right at the line of scrimmage.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. They'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First and 10, it's Pierce. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go again with Pierce. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll set up to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal. But when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They begin with Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Henry up the middle. Trucks over him. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown, Falcons. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Falcons have taken the lead here this third quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone, it's Strong. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Pierce now up the middle.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
They're going to try and throw.
Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Panthers 14.
Let's go now.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
He'll look to throw. By buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
172 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the end zone, it's Strong. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
This pass is caught by London. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. They'll look to throw again. And Shark calls it in.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Well, field goal is probably not going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout. and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got some space here. And they do finally get him at the 12. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff to Henry. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
To throw is Tua. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the end zone, it's Strong. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
2nd and 2. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start on the ground. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Past the 20. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Down to an E goes Tua, and that should just about do it. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their face.